just imagine in 5 years' time, when they look back and they see the cars that are on the road today that have just been sold today, they're ticking time bombs. There was a joke when I was a kid. The joke was, what's one of those? It's a dead one of them. Now, that's just an illustration, but here we go. So, what percentage is this from that? 10%, say? So, what if you reduce this and you don't sell as many? Is it 22.4%? The EV shills, they're falling over themselves today. There's some headlines, one of them says electric vehicles or electric cars have outsold petrol, which I don't know. I think they probably need to get a new lithium battery for the calculator because that one's knackered. Do you know, I can't even be bothered approaching that subject today because there are so many different shills with so many different stories. They don't even sing off the same hymn sheet. So I'm going to forget about that today. I'm going to do this video, then I'm going to meet my mate and go out for a beer and forget about it for today, because honestly I've looked at everybody panicking, trying to get blooming stories out and calling each other, and I just don't want any part of that today. But it doesn't matter how many or how few EVs sell. In my opinion, there's still a danger. Not just a danger on the road, they're a danger in your garage, up your drive, in a car park, in a tunnel, on a ferry, you name it, they're a danger. And you can't get around it. You can say what you want. You can say that petrol cars catch fire more than EVs. But then ask yourself a question. Why do hybrids catch fire more than petrols? What's the difference? Is it because it's an in-betweenie and it's got two forms of propulsion, so there's twice as many chances of it going wrong? Or is it that EV fires aren't being reported properly and that hybrid fires are getting reported because, well, they're a petrol as well, so, you know, it's plausible deniability, Charlie. We'll get back to that. Plausible deniability. It's always the same with EVs. Now, trust me, I don't really like reporting or talking about disasters, but if it's the only way it'll make you see sense, then just listen to this. This is for, and again, please don't say, Baz, that doesn't happen in the UK, because it does, and it will happen even more. 320,000 Jeeps have just been recalled. 320,000 potential electric problems with the batteries. This story here is from the Korea Jungang Daily, November the 5th, 2025. There's been a couple killed in a fire in the Jungnam district residential building. This was 5th of November 2025. Police officers and firefighters inspect the scene after a fire breaks out at a residential building in Jungnam district, eastern Seoul, on Wednesday morning, killing a married couple, according to fire authorities. The fire started around 8:55 a.m. on the first floor of a two-storey building with a basement level. Firefighters pronounced the man dead at the scene. Paramedics transported the unresponsive woman to a hospital, but she was later declared dead. I'm assuming they've not been burnt to death, otherwise it would have said it, so perhaps the fumes got them. I don't know. The blaze was fully extinguished by 9:43 a.m, about 50 minutes after it was first reported, with 65 firefighters and 21 emergency vehicles dispatched to the scene. Neighbours said they heard a loud boom at the time of the incident. Authorities believe the fire may have started from an electric motorcycle the man used for delivery work, based on initial findings. The police and fire departments are continuing to investigate the exact cause. Officials plan to conduct a joint forensic inspection on Thursday morning to determine the cause of the fire. That's one bike that's allegedly killed 2 people in the prime of their life. One electric bike. Now, I walked through Preston yesterday, and there's a street in Preston where there are a load of takeaways and restaurants. It was absolutely full of delivery drivers or Just Eat drivers or whatever they are. All those are dotted around Preston, recharging every night. And I can guarantee they aren't recharging outside. They'll be recharging in somebody's hallway or front room. Putting one of those in your hallway. If you're upstairs, the only escape, front door, back door, what connects them? Your hallway, where your bike's charging and where no doubt it's going to go up. You've seen the fumes that come off these things. It's horrendous. Stellantis recalls 320,000 Jeep models in the US on fire risk. The story is by Elizabeth Berman and it was released about 20 minutes ago. Stellantis is recalling just over 320,000 Jeep plug-in hybrids in the US over risk the vehicle's batteries will catch fire. High voltage battery packs in Jeep Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models may have been built with cells susceptible to separator damage, according to a notice posted to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's website. Stellantis is advising owners to park their vehicles outside and not charge them until the batteries are fixed. The manufacturer is working on a remedy according to its recall report. The vehicles recalled include Wranglers produced from July 2020 through late August of this year, and Grand Cherokees built from July 2021 through to mid-October. A company investigation revealed there had been 19 fires, Jeep said in a separate statement, adding there's a reduced risk when the battery is depleted. There's even less risk when it hasn't got a battery. News of the fire risk comes as Stellantis starts to reap some benefits from measures to regain share in the US. What others? Don't forget the Chevrolet Bolt EV 2017 to 2022. GM recalled tens of thousands of these due to high voltage battery pack faults that posed a fire risk. Cell shorting, it's the same thing. Dendrites and cell shorting, it's the same problem in them all. And after all, who makes the batteries? You know, if one company makes the battery, well, I think there's 3 main companies, isn't there, that make the batteries. Is it only a matter of time before they find out that all the cars are faulty? Hyundai Kona Electric 2019 to 2020, a recall was issued for battery fire risks arising from defect in cells, folded anode, negative tab, leading to thermal events. Nissan Leaf 2019 to 2022. More recently, around 19,000 vehicles in the US were recalled because of excessive lithium deposits in the battery cells that could cause overheating during level 3 fast charging, hence a fire risk. Yesterday, what was it, 180,000 Hyundais and Kias. Ford Mustang Mach-E 2020 with extended range battery. Ford issued a recall for certain 2022 vehicles due to overheating of high voltage battery contactors, battery system component, which could lead to a loss of drive power and crash risk. Well, you know, they're all like, you know, foreign vehicles. BMW EVs, models iX, i4, i7. In 2025, BMW alerted dealers that battery cell modules in certain models may fail and instructed replacements. You know, and just think about this. We're in 2025 and things are only just coming to light for stuff that was being built 3 years ago. Fortunately, 3 years ago, there wasn't a whole lot of EV sales, but now they've decided that they'll give stupid government grants and muck them away for less than they cost. Just imagine in 5 years' time, when they look back and they see the cars that are on the road today that have just been sold today, they're ticking time bombs. Where does it end? Just where does it end? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.